Welcome back, my kindred, to Canada by Night, a Vampire the Masquerade live play podcast. As the coterie returned to their usual work, Val struggled with how to handle her father's fate and Will's despondency. After an uncomfortable phone call with her ex, she had her first therapy session with Martha, who read Val's complicated aura and began to plan a more tailored approach to helping her. Meanwhile, Everett reviewed all the reports on the Children of Lilith and realized how little they know. But that's a matter for later, because the Gangrel have called in their favor. Find out what happens next as you return to the world of darkness.
After this brief period of calm, you all return to the precinct on a new night. All of your aggravated wounds have been healed. They would have been healed early, but I'll make that clear now. You all have one hunger, for it is the beginning of a new night. And you are arriving. Right now, Martha, it's a return to the maiden at this point.
Hey, besties.
The maiden is back. You get yourself set up for a typical evening. You're ready to kind of go out on patrol. You're hearing pretty boring reports from Barty until the door to the precinct opens and in stalks Rowan McGee, who is known to both Everett and Val as the Gangrel fixer. And to you, Martha, is a lady. Rowan McGee is about 5'1" with blood red hair. That's about all you know about her as she shows up. She's in the same kind of robes that you would see on a... the same kind of white jacket you would see on a veterinarian. Wanted to say ventriloquist. Very different if you are using those two words. They are not equivalent.
Don't treat dogs that way.
But Rowan comes in. She's got a bit of an air of a cocky assuredness about her is what I would say as she comes into the department. And she looks to Everett and says, well, Sheriff, can I talk to you for a minute?
And he kind of looks at his work. He's like, is it urgent? You need to speak to the sheriff about something?
Oh, yeah. It's kind of the boon you're holding that is owed to the Gangrel, kind of urgent.
Interrogation room.
That sounds fabulous.
Great.
So Everett leads her into the interrogation room. Val?
Yep. Val will tap Martha on the shoulder. Come here quietly. And we'll lead her down the hall to Barty's office.
Yep, it's just off that central bullpen. You're into Barty's office. And Martha, this is where you realize, A, the mirror into the interrogation room is a two-way mirror, so they can see into it from Barty's office. And Barty presses a button, and now you can all hear the conversation that's happening inside the interrogation room.
She loves that.
So, Sheriff, we're having a bit of a problem, one might say. Outside of New Haven, the Gangrels have been running, some farming projects. We got a couple of different groups who are doing that, and it's the fall. We're into October. It's time for, a good old corn harvest. And the challenge that we're having is there are some corporate farms nearby, these big agrarian complexes who are, let's just say, a little hostile. And things have escalated beyond us sabotaging some machines, them driving over things they're not supposed to drive over off their property. They now have security in place, and we can't justify sending, the entire clan to deal with this problem, but we'd really like it to go away.
These are fully mortal corporations with mortal security?
You are correct.
I see. And the favor you're calling in is for us to just make it go away?
Correct. We would like that problem to go away. There is a certain Gangrel, Bessily, sometimes known as Silly Marjorie Collins. It's her family farm. She knows a couple of people who are involved there. She has inherited it. She wants to hang on to it as long as her current mask will allow. She's got staff. She's got workers. She's got all that on the farm, but things are getting heated. She doesn't want to risk those people's lives over property, but at the same time, she doesn't like the idea of just corporations coming in, sending in thugs, and then winning out. So we would like you to make that stop happening.
I see. Now, Miss McGee, I'm sure you understand the delicate nature of representatives from New Haven, especially kindred representatives, clashing and interacting with mortals from outside of town.
Yeah, that's why I want you to do it.
Yeah, I know you don't want your fingers on this. I know you're clever like that. That's smart.
Mm-hmm.
I need to know specifically what sort of transgressions have taken place on both sides to get a better understanding of the most appropriate response.
I mean, if you want to dive deep in the specifics, you're going to have to talk to Silly, because this is a rapidly evolving situation, I would describe it as.
I see. When was the last transgression?
I talked to her about 3 days ago. Then had to talk to Kevin and Lorcan and make all those delightful little negotiations so that we could have this conversation now.
I see. All right. I understand the seriousness of calling this in as the boon.
Mm-hmm.
We will get to work on this immediately.
Thank you so much.
I'm going to need to find you to, close the book on this and get your blood.
Technically, you're going to need to find Kevin, because it's owed to the clan. I'm just here relaying ideas.
Of course.
Exactly.
Can I trust you to make Kevin readily available so that this is not hanging over us once we're done?
He's the clan leader. He's working at his veterinary shop. He's not going anywhere.
Yeah, I know, but I know you can make things happen, and you do make things happen.
Do you think the prince would like it if I called in a favor with you and then hid a clan leader so they could claim a second favor?
I think instead of asking rhetorical questions, you can just say, yeah, I'll make sure he's available.
I already told you he'd be available at the veterinary shop whenever you wanted.
Great. Is that everything?
That's it.
Goodbye, McGee.
Goodbye. She turns and saunters out.
Closes the file on Lilith. He's still trying to figure something out, right? And just we'll look at the mirror and everybody here?
Yeah, we're here, says Bart through the microphone.
Everybody ready to go?
Yep.
He holds the microphone open for both of you.
Ready.
Okay, let's head to the Gangrel quarter. Meet Miss Collins.
And that's when you get a text. Turns out Miss Collins is already at the farm, so you get an address that's 3 hours outside of New Haven.
Oof.
And it's the very beginning of the night.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're doing this. 3 officers, 3 cars. I don't know what to expect yet, but if Rowan McGee is here calling in the favor, A, these farms are important, and B, things have escalated to a point where we're likely going to have to get violent. It's not my first option, but Rowan McGee would not be calling this in if diplomacy or paying someone or blackmailing someone or whatever was the solution here. At least as far as she can tell, and I know she's capable and smart. So, violence is on the table, but discretion is key here. These are mortals that live outside of New Haven. They're just regular folk. They might be corporate assholes who have hired thugs, but they're still just mundane people. So, we'll take a look, make our own assessment, and together the 3 of us will see what we can do. Understood?
Yeah, Sheriff.
Absolutely, Sheriff.
Any questions or anything else anyone would like to add before we head out?
Well, do you want us to bring an arsenal along, or how much violence are you expecting?
It's a question of if we show up packing loads of heat, it kind of sets the tone.
That's why I'm asking.
Pack some gear into the cars, or we're going to go standard deputy attire. Sidearms, radios. Leave the stakes.
Okay.
I hate to ask if you all want to take separate cars, but Martha, can you drive?
Thanks for asking, Marty. I am an excellent driver, but honestly, I'd rather hitch a ride with my queen.
Sheriff, that's your call.
That's fine.
Yes.
Martha, I haven't been as involved in your onboarding with the station as I would have liked to be, given I've just been busy. I'm sorry. You do have proper firearms and hand-to-hand combat training and how to subdue mortals safely versus accidentally breaking someone's neck, right?
Listen, Sheriff, absolutely. I'm not much of a killer myself unless, it has to be done. But I stand for this and I have your backs. No problem. You can trust me. And she's like, salute again. Only in private, though, right? I got you, Sheriff.
We did some firing range.
Yeah.
Good. Great. Thank you.
But have you taught any hand-to-hand?
Nope.
You might want to tell the sheriff.
But I've not done a lot of hand-to-hand. She's pregnant or old sometimes.
Right, but we agree that she's just as physically capable in any of her cycles.
So weird.
Totally. And you know what, guys? I pick things up really quickly, so don't worry.
Okay. Miller, this might be like a Clark or Barbara situation where socially, even magically, that might be her strong suit.
I figured as much. I didn't really need to, punch her a bunch or whatever.
Okay. You ride together, watch each other's backs in your unique strengths.
Will do. Barty.
Yeah?
Val's pulling out of her wallet a key card and hands it over to him on the desk. Can you make sure that
Will eats food and sleeps, etc.?
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Do you guys want me to send Troy along in case you need somebody to do something during the daytime?
Yeah. And, hey, this is a bit of an unusual one, but I figure maybe the department has something like this. You got any kind of daytime camping equipment for kindred if they're spending a day outside where there's not as much shelter? I'm thinking, farm fields and whatnot might not be any safe places to hold up during the daylight hours.
Yeah, I mean, we could set you guys up with some fucking tarps and shovels and shit. Bury yourselves. Normally, I just say hide out in the fucking trunks of your car, but if you're going to show up as cops in some sort of weird, we're burning down the farm fight, dig a fucking hole and cover yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, good idea. All right, we'll load up with that gear. Miller, riot gear.
Right.
Sheriff?
Yes, Officer Rusher.
Just a quick question.
Of course.
I know we haven't known each other for very long, but I do have a friend that I was thinking of maybe calling in to help us with this situation.
You want to bring a friend along on this?
Well, it's kind of an interesting situation, but they're really good at lookout and can kind of keep an eye on things from above. He's a raven. And I was just thinking, if you're talking about having, a bit of a slumber during the day, that Arwen would be soups helpful just to keep a watch on things while we're sleeping. He's totes reliable.
I see. You know what? That's not as unusual as you might have thought I would assume it to be. We had an officer here bring her dog along basically everywhere. I've got a dog. I assume you're like one of our previous officers. You've got some kind of bond or something with this creature. Is that right?
You could say that. Yeah.
Sounds useful. Sure. As long as, and Everett can't believe he's saying this, his brow furrows, rolls his eyes, as long as your raven knows the risks.
Oh my God. 100%. Like I said, Arwen is soups reliable. You're going to love him.
Arwen? Irwin.
Arwen.
Got it.
Can you spell Arwen out loud?
Absolutely. ARWIN.
That's great. Do you need a specific department collar or vest or something for this fucking bird? Now that he's been deputized?
I was about to make the same joke to Bart. Are we deputizing a bird, Bart?
If we did it with the dog, it feels weird to not do it for the bird.
Barty, that is so sweet. And Arwen loves shiny shit. So if you had a badge, maybe a little necklace or something like that.
You got a little badge for birds, Bart?
I don't right now, but I can fucking sort one out. Okay, let me see what I can do. How can you call Arwen in? I got to get a size.
No problem. I'll get him to send his measurements.
Which just means you go outside, summon Arwen, who flies down, come back inside, and Barty takes out a little measuring tape and measures Arwen's neck, and then goes off. There is a temporary badge made by Barty in like 5 minutes where he takes a Coke can
or like a foil yogurt lid or something.
Like cuts out a little badge and has a little like chain from a keychain that he had. Then he puts that together. He's like, well, this will do till I get one sent in.
Good. Wouldn't want to go in looking illegitimate. Thanks, Bart. Everett's been like coming and going, like loading the car with like the tarp and stuff like that. Yeah. Are we all ready to go then?
Question, but which car? Are we taking cop cars?
Everett's driving a cop car. If you two are going together, it's up to you two. What do you drive? Everett's taking a patrol car. Everett doesn't have any other cars. Everett doesn't own a car.
Oh, hey. Am I riding with you, Sheriff, or do you want me to bring a third car?
No, you hop in here. Roy.
Okay.
Val is standing in the parking lot looking at the cars.
Mm-hmm. Charrier squad car.
Yeah.
You look at your compatriot. You've got Martha in her Rambo-esque gear strap and her confusing police vest, and Arwen with a little badge like a Miami Vice detective on her shoulder, pecking at the badge.
Yeah. He'll fly, though, so don't worry about him.
Great. It really is. It's like, I think it feels too weird to take Cherry right now.
Okay.
So I think we're getting into another squad car.
Okay. Sitting in the driver's seat, waiting for Troy to get in. Troy being his usual kind of awkward, clumsy, frantic self, just gives Everett a moment to just second guess a couple of things, and he'll on the radio over to Val and Martha say, you know what, on second thought, bring stuff to kill vampires with too. Keep it in the trunk. We'll present as mortal cops, but I don't know what to expect here. The Rowan McGee factor is throwing me off. If this was mundane, corporate, day-to-day shit, I just feel like she'd be able to handle it.
Yeah, there's definitely something else going on. Okay. So Val will go back in and get steaks.
Yeah.
And
Should I get my daytime vampire stuff, sir?
Yeah, you should, Troy.
Oh, no. I mean, yes, sir. Oh, yes, sir.
He gets out and goes to get his gear.
Oh, that boy.
He comes back out. You see him going to the back of the trunk with just his full body silver chainmail and his neck collar and his silver gloves and his helmet and a bunch of stakes and all this stuff just getting shoved in the back. So he's ready for full bore vampire fight.
Great. I just love the logistics now of like all that silver stuff is on top of everything I packed into the trunk. I'm like, I won't be able to get it. It's so
You
funny.
are correct.
Yeah.
You got gloves.
Yeah, but still, it's just a funny thing. I'm like, oh, fuck. Oh, well, all right, that'll add a couple minutes.
All right, I did it, sir.
Yeah. Hey, Troy.
Yeah?
It's like a 3-hour drive. You want to bring your music or something, or I don't know, a Game Boy or a book. I don't know.
Oh, that'd be great, sir. Just a second. I'll be right back.
He goes in again.
Yeah. Everett has a hard time intellectualizing how old Troy actually is.
Yep. Troy comes back out. He's got a zippered up, like neon colored backpack full of things that he sets in the front.
You're good to go?
Yeah, I've been ready the whole time.
All right.
Go team.
Okay, you went to the bathroom?
Yeah, oh, definitely.
Okay, good.
I went twice.
Yeah, good.
I won't let you down.
We're not stopping.
Oh, that's good. If I had a drink, we'd have to stop.
Okay. And Everett will be watching for Val and Martha to see that they're ready to go or not.
Yep.
Just from his
Val
driver's
just
seat.
gets into Cherry just to get a pair of sunglasses and puts sunglasses on and then gets in the squad car, starts it up.
And you all make your drive out to the Collins farm. I would love to know, in the moment where conversation is at its most heightened, if there is one. It's a 3-hour drive, so it could be done in silence, but I think with the people in these cars in this particular breakdown, that is unlikely. Mm-hmm. But what kind of conversations are being had?
Well, I think Martha is just like she's very excited. She's like, this sounds so sus. Like, what do we know about these people? What's happening? Tell me everything. What's the gossip? What are we going to do? How many people have you killed? You know, like all of these things, just like questions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Val will tell Martha generally, like, Rowan McGee, I mean, you're part of the department, so you can know this. She acts like veterinarian whatever, but she is the Gangrel fixer. She's like the real power of the Gangrels. She's pretty tough for being a small little thing, you know? So if she couldn't figure out a way around this, then yeah, you're right. It's gonna, what did you say?
It's sus.
It's, yeah, that.
Okay. Thanks for the info.
I'd say you get 2 more questions of whatever is burning on the top of mind for Martha for this whole trial.
I think she's like, so how many people have you killed?
People or vampires?
Good question. Both.
A whole fucking lot.
Ooh.
Oh, man.
Okay. And then maybe she's like, right. Okay, you want to listen to some music? What do you like?
Yep, I like hard rock.
She's like, cool.
What do you like? You can put on the music, whatever.
Oh my God, really, bestie? Okay, great. So I actually made a playlist for us just in case we were ever in this situation. I'm so glad that we're driving together. I can drive. I'm really, really good at it, but I'd prefer not to. It's long and I like to chat.
I like driving.
Excellent. This is going to work out perfectly.
What songs are on the playlist? Like, do you have any highlights that are representative of the musical experience?
Yeah. So I think, you know, she likes the whole range of things too, but it's pretty like pop forward. And she's a huge Lady Gaga fan. So probably every other song is a Lady Gaga tune. She knows that Val is going to love it.
I don't know if Val's ever heard Lady Gaga. I can maybe in passing, but it would not have actively listened to that ever.
No. There are a lot of flavors of Gaga. Yeah. Is this dark Gaga? Is this poppy Gaga? Is this I'm doing my instrumental album Gaga?
Let me reiterate. Every other song.
Oh, it's a long playlist.
Is Lady Gaga. We got 3 hours. So we're going from like, you know, art pop, mayhem, Joanne, everything.
So you're getting a full Mother Monster tour experience.
Everything.
Now I need to know, what does Val think of Lady Gaga after hearing all this?
I'm trying to go through in my head and sort what songs Val might have been cool with on Lady Gaga.
Do you want me to sing the entire discography?
Yes, we do. Yes, please.
It's a pretty clear request that I made.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I think it's in Val's mind, all music that like isn't rock or like or country is like clubbing music to her. That's just like all lives.
Garth Brooks comes on, club song.
Not country is separate because it's country or rock. It lives in one place.
Over here. Got it.
Everything in the pop genre to her is like clubbing music that sort of becomes white noise to her. So I think for the most part, I think maybe some of the covers, because I know she did like a covers album or whatever at one point. Is that wrong? I think so.
I'm like, did I miss it?
I thought she did like duet covers with people.
Like with Tony Bennett?
Yeah.
It's Tony Bennett's album, and she's on a few.
So I want to be clear. The thing Val likes are the Tony Bennett duet songs. I'm not disagreeing with this. I love that this is what we've discovered. Is it's all club music until Tony Bennett and Gaga come together.
I've got you under my skin.
And Val's solid.
At least it's different.
Oh, fuck. I love that. That's perfect.
Yeah.
And it's on there because it's, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I would say, Martha, can you roll me a wits and awareness?
Yes.
I want to see if you can figure out that she likes these
Watching
Gaga
the finger
tunes.
tapping on the steering wheel for some songs.
When she's sitting, staring straight ahead, unmoving, and when there's like a little bit of a head bob.
Yes,
the soloist one.
honestly, that's a great.
Okay, I've got 2 successes.
You have double ones,
Oh, so
which
no
counts
successes.
as -2.
You
So
have no idea. This entire thing is going great.
it
She
nets
loves
out
this
to
album.
0. Yeah.
Yeah, with a net 0,
Yeah.
you think you did great.
Yeah, Martha's just like, oblivious.
And
And
that,
having a great time. Sorry.
no, it's great. And that drive goes on.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in the other car, Troy has been playing Rita McNeil's album because he likes Eastern Canadian music, and his mom would let him listen to that when he was a kid, so it's popular with him. And he's flipping through comic books. He's got a lot of Spider-Man, clearly identifies with Peter Parker a great deal. And after a little bit in the ride, he's like, "So, Sheriff, if you don't mind me asking, why did you become a cop?"
I guess I liked problem solving, fixing things, helping people. You know, regular cop stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense. Do you feel like you got to do that more as a vampire? Or less?
So far less, Troy.
That's got to be frustrating.
Yep. How about you, Troy? Why'd you become a New Haven Department sheriff?
Well, I mean, I
Deputy.
wanted to stop criminals and do the right thing and help people. And I thought everyone should have a universal basic income because it just makes pretty simple economic sense. And no one was doing that except New Haven. And then, I'll be honest, I kind of got confused during the interview process and just wanted the job. So I said I read some stuff I didn't read, and now I work for vampires. But I'm cool with it.
Oh, all right.
We're doing good work. I like Barty, and Sheriff Cross seemed okay, and then you seem pretty nice too.
I like Bart too. I don't know much about Sheriff Cross though.
Yeah, well, he was a real guy.
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt he was real, Troy.
Oh, yeah, no, but I mean, he was like good. He cared about the town and the people, and he was friendly with everyone, and he knew everybody's name.
Sounds like a damn fine sheriff.
Yeah, he was. It was really sad when he got lost. And then you came in, and it was so good, because otherwise we would have been so screwed.
Right, yeah. Hey, what are you reading?
The Spider-Man.
Tell me about Spider-Man.
So he's this teenager who got bitten by a spider, but then it made him have powers, and they're the powers of a spider.
And he will just let Troy talk about Spider-Man instead of talking about Sheriff Cross.
Let's see how long this can last. With 1 success on 5 dice, Troy's like, "Oh yeah, Spider-Man's not afraid. I wish I wasn't afraid." It like just goes off on a bunch of things.
Great, yeah. Not feeling good driving into something that he's got to be kind of like really on for, listening to someone comparing him to Sheriff Cross. So great. Yeah, tell me about Spider-Man. Super.
Yeah, and I think the thing that would stand out to you hearing Troy talk about Spider-Man is it seems like Troy wishes he had superpowers so he'd be less afraid, but Troy has never figured out that like a lot of people become vampires to get superpowers because vampires aren't superheroes, and that's a line for Troy in the sand. So it seems like there's no risk of him ever wanting it.
And Everett would never
of course
challenge
not.
him on that either.
No,
like,
no.
Like sussing out that that's his perspective on is like, I am not going to try and change that.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
But it's I think you have so many people in your life where like the colonel shows up and immediately is like, "I want to be a ghoul." On the spot.
Yeah.
Troy became a ghoul by accident because he wanted to be a cop.
Yeah.
And just nowhere else would hire him.
No, and like thinking about like Teddy, thinking about like Harvey, like to save his life kind of thing. But just no. It's not a decision one should make lightly or with aspirations of heroism.
Yeah. And most people probably shouldn't get to make it at all.
No.
Just be outside of that. And you drive for 3 hours learning about Spider-Man and Lady Gaga and Tony Bennett. And you arrive finally at Collins Farm. This is a large farming complex at the center of fields and fields of corn. But along the way to it, once you get into that area, that kind of district, you can see a lot of signs for Nick Gen Farms. Nikgen Farms. Like next gen, but somehow misspelt. And over those fields, you are seeing a lot of automated processes. You are seeing the sprinkler systems in place. You're seeing large watering robots kind of going around. I don't know the terms for farming things, but like large units that are in place. They've been deactivated for now, but some of them are working overnight. And as you're looking, you're seeing work crews there kind of working through the night doing these things. Can you all roll me wits and awareness? I will give you +2 to your die pool, Martha, because you are not driving.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
4 successes for Everett.
6 successes for Martha.
Wow. 3 successes for Val.
All right, Val, you see this all happening. Everett, you're seeing this all and noticing that there are it seems like there are different groups of people working with these machines under these harsh lights overnight. You're all aware that farming at night is very odd.
Yeah.
Martha, you get the best chance to watch this because you're not distracted talking about Spider-Man or driving. You are looking at these work crews and you're realizing that there are 2 different kind of visible groups working. There are larger groups of migrant farm workers that you would expect that are kind of the backbone of this industry that are working away. But you're also seeing heavier, thicker set guys and gals in kind of similar uniforms, but standing off to the side in groups, and you're realizing that they are armed. You aren't seeing these constantly. They're not the entire fields. On the way past, you see kind of 2 of these different groups of probably 20 people total, but you're realizing there's something a little bit off. It isn't all what you would expect here. And you drive past and make your way to the Collins farm. On the way, you do see 1 full field that has been harvested and 1 large section of field that has been burned to the ground, clearly dug out at the edges to be able to stop the fire where it occurred. And when you get to the Collins farm, you find a large central farmhouse, the traditional old school house that you see in these large familial farms that have been passed down and down. It's well maintained. It's well cared for. There's a little bit of a gorgeous country pastiche vibe to this. It's nighttime, which is generally not when you see these things, but there are the large historical, ancient trees. It's got a comforting, almost B&B vibe to it. It's clearly a well cared for property. And to the side, you see, a large barn. You see the housing for migrant workers. Only that housing, as you look at it, is 3 different units, and one of them as well, the furthest from the house, has been burned down, and the one back from it has been peppered with buckshot and what look like bullet holes. You're not sure exactly what it is, but that's what's there. And as you pull up onto the property and stop in front of the farmhouse, you see a number of different faces looking out the windows. And with your wits and awareness rolls, all 3 of you got enough. You can see that there are shotguns being toted inside the house.
Okay. We're both in. I just want to confirm that we both for
everybody's
Val
in squad
settled on.
car.
Okay, so great. So we've got New Haven Sheriff's Department livery on. So hopefully, not necessarily needing to be too careful pulling up here. They should recognize that we're here to help. We're from New Haven, and so Everett will radio to the next car and say, "Looks like this is it. Everyone look alive. Seems like there's been a fight here."
Yep, Sheriff. Yeah, we're seeing the burnt and shot up places, so we're right behind you.
All right.
Wait, places are shot up? You realize Troy can't see as well at night. He's not a vampire.
Yeah, Troy, it looks like a shotgun kind of spread on.
Oh, wow. I better put on my vest. He takes it out of his backpack and straps it on.
Yeah, you keep the vest on. And you stick with me. I'll make sure you're safe, okay? Just keep your head on a swivel. Let me know if you see anything weird.
All right, you can be Spider-Man and I'll be Mary Jane. Non-romantic, but that can be it. I explained this to you. You know what it means.
Yeah. Just in his head, like, if this is what you need, Troy, I don't care. just I'm not going to fight you on who is Mary Jane. Just sure, man. Great. We'll get out. Yeah.
You climb out of the cars and a figure steps out of the house to meet you as you step up to the porch. You would all assume this is Bessely Collins because she's a vampire. You can see this with your understanding of vampire physiology as she approaches. She would still pass with mortals. She can still use the blush of life. You know, if it's anybody related to New Haven, there's some abilities there that require a certain amount of humanity and a certain amount of functionality. She's about 5'10", but 190 pounds, built farm tough. Her eyes are an icy blue, but they seem to be a blend between cold and warm. She's happy to see you there. You can see the smile on her face, but it's frosty. It's clear she's going through a hard time. Her hair is Auburndale with a streak of purple that she clips in.
Just to help me understand the visualization of purple that is clipped in. So it's not her actual hair. She's clipped it in. Okay, got it. Thank you.
Yep, she's got one streak of purple that's been kind of clipped in and attached. It's like the real life version of one of those X-Men characters where there's a line of this color for some reason, but it's not dyed. It's just kind of added to her general vibe. She's got the flannel shirt, jeans, work boots. She's carrying a shotgun, but sets it down, leaning it against the side of the porch as she approaches all of you. Thanks for coming.
Evening, you must be Bessie Collins.
And you must be the sheriff.
That's correct.
Well, thank you for coming down. This has been a hell of a time here.
I understand only the broad strokes. I've spoken with Rowan McGee, and we're here to help, but we're going to need a better understanding of just exactly what is going on out here.
Yeah, well, I've been running this farm for a good while now. My parents passed, and I inherited it even though I was in New Haven, and I wanted to try to keep the business alive. We got a lot of these workers inside the house here who come by season after season, and when I didn't need the money anymore, I've kind of been running the farm in their name. I'll pass it on to somebody when we get there, but I'm training them up on the business aspects because, as you may know, farming is very expensive and the margins are awful, but there's a lot of value in the property, so a lot of the time is spent making sure that you can break even to keep things running. It's been going fine until last year. Whatever corporation this is, Nick Gen Farms. They bought up the farm across the street, and then the farm next to that, and the farm next to that. I don't know if you know about this basically death spiral of these farming communities, but once one sells, people come in, they spend more money, they make it happen, and they get more aggressive. I wasn't sure exactly what was going on. I'd been away. And then when I heard they were closing in on this farm and things were getting uglier, I had to come back. And they've gotten very ugly. Started out with sabotaging equipment, bulldozing things you aren't supposed to, driving over the land, and then became more aggressive versions of that. The migrants, and the team here, the representative that they chose for themselves that I'm training up to run the business is a Mortimer Squatberry. I don't think that's Mortimer's legal name. I think he may have had some legal troubles along the way and chose a new one because I've never heard of Squatberry coming to stay with the farm, but
no, probably chosen to blend in.
Yeah. So Mortimer led the team on a counter raid to break some of their night machines. They upped security, and now it's gotten bad. They burned one of the fields. We managed to stop that. Then they attacked the property. So we saw them off, but they're coming in heavy. They're coming in cruel, and this is just going to keep getting worse. There's also questions. I got to roll to see what Bessie knows. Oh, nope, that's a solid roll. I've been looking into this, and it seems like the workers they've got on their farms, they're not even paying them the way they're supposed to. They're not supporting them. I mean, listen, the industry's bad and people treat their workers poorly constantly, but this is like armed crews making them work 24 hours a day. And I started doing a little bit of research when I got a photo of the CEO touring and ran it through some contacts that Rowan had. And I only got this answer tonight, but it looks like it's being run by Nicholas Genovese, who is of the New York Genovese crime family. So it looks like we got New York Mafia coming out here trying to create a semi-legitimate business at the cost of everybody in this area. I can't see them off alone. They're too powerful. They're too strong. And they can't afford to send me any of the Gangrels from New Haven because this could go bad and this could lead to heat in New York, heat with the RCMP, heat with the FBI. We don't know. So I think Nicholas is around. I don't know where.
Are we speaking to Bessely in private right now?
You're out on the porch. You can see people looking through the windows, but
Okay.
nobody's out here with you.
Okay. Bessely, I'm going to ask you about Camarilla breaches, and because I'm the sheriff, your first instinct might be to lie to me. I want you to know if you tell me now, I can work with this information better than finding out later. Might not be able to protect you as well. Have there been Camarilla breaches or breaches of any kind?
I mean, to be completely honest, there's one. Last night, I had to get the crews away from the guys who were coming in, so they don't necessarily know I'm a vampire, but I may be seen as a bit of a superhero in terms of what I could do physically in gunning down people and taking bullets and dragging people out of that building before they died.
How many saw you?
I mean, that's a rough item. Mike, 6 or 8? I'm not sure. Could be more.
Do you know the ones that saw you?
I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
Lay a hand on anybody here, Rowan will tear you apart.
I understand. That's not what I'm asking, but I appreciate knowing that that's the value of these people here. That's reassuring.
Yeah, I'm going to give them the entire inheritance of my mortal life. These are family.
Good. You may never be able to come here again.
Yeah, that's fine. If that's what it's got to be.
Okay. As I understand it, you haven't been here for a while. Then when all this ruckus got stirred up, that's when you came back. You've been operating this remotely for a while?
Yeah, that's right. I was here, but then grew up. You know, this was a commune when I started. Had a bit of a druid mom and a hippie dad, and raised around here. Went out in the world, and then, you know, returning to after I was helping somebody's prize bull was getting birthed, and I went out to try to do that, and I got attacked by a vampire. I got turned against my will, and run around the world. Got trained by a vampire hunter. You know, Luna del Sol. You heard of her?
Maybe.
Yeah, well, she didn't make it politically, and then I ended up in New Haven. I've been trying to look after the property as best I could from a distance. So yeah, I came out here because I need to teach somebody how to do it, and there's this new looming threat. Solve the threat, I get to go back to New Haven, and we're fine.
Great. These attacks, transgressions, trespassing, they all happen at night or daytime hours, or?
It seems to be shifting back and forth. At night seems to be more common, but I dealt with their latest incursion. It seems like it's just people. I'm not seeing any kindred effect. It's just they can sneak up better at night than they can do the other times.
Okay. Miller, what's your read of the situation?
Yeah, Val is thinking about if it is mafia, exactly that. The issue of if you mess with human mafia and then that comes back in force further. That's a good question of, yeah, and then local law enforcement, all of that stuff. It's like, it's easier to deal with vampire and vampire violence than it is to get into the fray with mortals. And she's shaking her head. It sounds sticky. Obviously, we got to fend them off, but got to figure out a way to keep them off for good. And also to not bring more heat back on us from, if they're from some mortal mafia.
Has Genovese, is that it?
Genovese? It's a New York thing. I don't know them terribly well. Genovese? Something like that.
So, yeah, running the whole company.
Has Genovese made any kind of attempt at, he hits you, you hit back, he hits back harder, and then says, let's talk, let's negotiate. Are you ready to give up yet? Any kind of communication from him?
I haven't seen anything like that. Once it turned to blood, I think they're just saying it's theirs for nothing.
Well, so the last thing was the place getting shot up and you pulling people out?
Yep. Last night.
Well, maybe that scared them a little bit, that your people didn't all just die and you were able to stand up for yourself. So maybe they're still reconvening on that. Maybe they'd be willing to talk now, knowing that it's not so easy to shoot you all up.
Yeah. Anybody die?
No, nobody died. Nobody died here. Managed to make it all out. They came at the house. I moved pretty quick. I'd been sleeping with the workers for the last couple of nights. I mean, sleeping, air quotes. Don't sleep, pretend to. Tour the building once they're out. But,
You get any of them?
Yeah, what about Squat Barry's counter raid?
I mean, Squad Barry did that on his own, so I wasn't a part of that. But the last night, I definitely got some, but they pulled him back with them. I wasn't confirming kills or anything. This was a gunfight. This didn't get up close.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Well, I think we want to talk to Mortimer Squat Barry before we make any moves. And Officer Russia, I'd like you to take a walk around the property, see if you can glean anything or see anything that, standard investigation tactics wouldn't reveal.
And Martha goes to give you the, and she's like, all right, we're in public. She's like, yes, Sheriff.
Thank you.
Do you want me to go with her, Sheriff, or Val, just in case she needs a second pair of hands?
You want Troy to tag along, Officer Russia?
Absolutely. Sure. Come on.
There you go.
Okay, just a second. Troy goes over to the trunk and opens up and puts on his entire silver outfit and his silver collar and his helmet and his gloves and takes out a shotgun and then puts stakes on his belt. Let's go.
Troy, you got a jacket you could put on over that?
I mean, no. Can I borrow yours?
How much shorter is Troy than...
Troy's, you got like 2 inches on Troy.
Okay, that's not bad. I just don't want to, dragging through the dirt and shit. Yeah, all right. I'll take my coat off and hand it to him.
Thank you, sir. He puts the jacket on.
And, helping him kind of get it straight and stuff like that. Like, remember, these regular folk don't know about vampires, so don't look like you're hunting vampires, you understand?
That makes sense, but I have the helmet, sir. I might need to borrow your hat.
You want my hat on top of your helmet?
Well, I don't want to take the helmet off because then I could die. But the helmet looks like a Silver Knight's helmet, sir.
It sure does. You didn't bring a hat?
No, sir.
Yeah, you're fine. I'll take it off and put it on his head. There you go.
Thank you, sir.
Don't let anyone go thinking you're the sheriff of New Haven, all right?
I don't think anyone here knows who that is, but I won't let them. If they get close, I'm clearly a guy in armor who's Troy.
You sure are, Troy.
All right. We'll be back in a bit.
Okay.
Martha's like, Troy, I love this fit. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Then you both head off while Mortimer Squatberry is brought back out to talk with the sheriff and Val. You've got to find some answers. You've got to find a plan. And it turns out it's time for the New Haven Sheriff's Department to face off with the New York Mafia.
This episode of Canada by Night features the voices of Tyler Hewitt, Del Borovic, and Pam Sparrow, alongside storyteller Ryan LaPlante. This episode was edited and mixed by Laura Hamstra. Canada by Night's artwork was created by Del Borovic at delborovic.com. That's DELBOROVIC.com. And our ad breaks use the tracks No Control and Chiefs by Jazzar, JAHZZAR. All of their music is available at freemusicarchive.org. Canada by Night is a spin-off of the Dum Dums and Dice series Blood and Syrup. If you want to hear about what happened to Everett before he came to New Haven, look for Blood and Syrup anywhere podcasts can be found. For all things Dum Dums and Dice, including merchandise and how to join our Patreon, you can visit dumdumdice.com or find us on social media at dumdumdice. That's DUMBDICE. Sleep well, my kindred. Sleep well in this world of darkness.
Dum Dums and Dice has to give a special thank you to the supreme beings of our Patreon at this time: George Dolby, Gavin and Abby McDonald, Grandma Likes D&D, Alan, Stabby Stranger, Alarain Okapi, Madre de Gatos, Nithrian, Garbo Ape, Sam Schaefer, Waffle Marine, Dia De Los Hoodless, Squishy Werewolf, Funky Head, Accent Therapeutic Services in Florence, Kentucky, Lael, Jordan Oliver, Richard Wright, Brittany Fenwick, Megan Werner, A Man Out of Time,
Curtis at fingertechrobotics.com, Panda24NN, Shendra D, Your Homeboy Bones, Ellis Hatch, Odigenous, Kaikoa, Squire Solaire, Sandy Sassy Pants, Amira Lockhart, James Molina, Nick Hemsing, Alex LaFountain, Mickey Blake, Seth Cambron, Corpse Knight Silver, Adamir 101, The Dankler, Anticore 7, Lady Destiny Stormbringer, Randall Eberly, the Yes Bud of improvisational comedy, Lord Taser, Funky Stevie, J. Robert the Mad Fox, Dagger Rain, Derek Wintenberg,
and Jill and Noel LaPlante. If you want your name to be added to this list, you can join our Patreon too at patreon.com/dumbdumbdice. Thanks to them, and a little bit of thanks to you.